let's have a look at some truth seekers, shall we? So this guy's got a channel called BANAMAN here. He's been making videos about the protests, the anti-lockdown movement. I suspect he's involved in discrediting and misrepresenting people who have a legitimate reason to contest and show their disgust at the appalling measures being introduced by these authoritarian oppressors. But nonetheless, this guy's got a channel. I think he professes he's all about not blocking people and, notes to subscribers and commenters. Comments are not actively censored or removed from this channel. I believe in freedom of speech, freedom of expression. I believe it's the people making post comments are the people responsible for them, blah, blah, blah. So he basically, in here, he's saying that comments can go missing. So it's not me, but I suspect it is him. And I'm going to try and show you how it is him today. So this video was put up on the 19th of April 2021, Endcliffe Park, Sheffield, 2 minutes 58. In here, he gets a dislike because he's a prick. But yeah, so will you be taking off the mask, Mark, or are you still complying?
I don't wear masks unless it's for a tactical reason or for a reveal. Forgot to mention that water can bend and have a curved surface. If you don't believe me, try looking at a raindrop. The kind that fall from sky. They're little spheres of water. How round are they?
So there you go. This guy is starting to... Obviously, he's gone and had a look at my channel and thought, oh, right, flat earth. So this guy thinks blah, 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 and he's come up with some bullshit in his mind. He started attacking that. Probably just a distraction from wanting to talk about the face masks, which he feels rather uncomfortable about, being a fucking traitor that he is. But yeah, so I've responded here. Water droplets falling through air pressure aren't spherical, Mark. Moreover, equating demonstrable fluid mechanics such as adhesion, meniscus and surface tension with your non-demonstrable belief in vast oceans bending is a false equivalence fallacy. You need to offer a practical example of a body of water naturally conforming to the exterior of shapes, Mark. Okay, it's your claim, not mine. Your logical fallacy here is not a practical demonstration of your claim that bodies of water naturally hold convexity upon the surface without flowing to points of lower elevation. Fucking absurd. Remember, your go-to proof is a false equivalence fallacy. The Earth isn't a raindrop falling through air pressure, is it? Anyway, what are the tactical reasons you would wear a face mask for, Mark?
Raindrops have curved water surfaces. Don't try and tell me that raindrops are flat. You sound like you have qualifications to be a flat earth theorist. And if you would like me to tell you again, a tactical reason for wearing a mask is when there are two potential concerns. Eliminating one can then put the focus on the other. It's not rocket science, and I know you do not like straight answers, but if you're insisting on questioning me, after trying to convince me that water surfaces cannot have a curve, then you're going to have to try harder than what you've already have done, because I believe there is a curvature of the Earth that makes... wait a second, sorry. I believe there is a curvature of the Earth that makes the Earth spherical, give or take, a flat spot or two. For example, the pavement is flat, but on a large spherical surface. Your question is beyond belief.
Oh, fucking brilliant. Wow. Okay, so are you okay there? I've asked you about why you wear a mask and you're strawmanning me about a claim that raindrops are flat that I haven't made. Is that deliberate? Attach an obviously idiotic claim to someone that isn't making it so you can avoid what they're actually saying. Please take responsibility for your misrepresentation. The burden of proof lies with the affirmative claim, not the disbelieving skeptic. You're claiming oceans bend. You need to produce a practical example of the substance you're claiming to know and understand, behaving in this manner. Attaching a straw man.
You think raindrops are flat?
Is just pathetic. Number one, I've not made any such claim. Number two, you haven't addressed your false equivalence fallacy. Is the Earth a raindrop falling through air pressure? Is the raindrop spherical? The answer to both would be no. Thirdly, objective reality isn't theory dependent. You have a belief in a theory here, not me. I'm intellectually honest enough to admit that I don't know the full dimensions of Earth. But never mind actually asking, eh? Just assume that I represent your preconceived notions of what a flat Earth and a flat earther is, because I was feeling as though that's the direction he was wanting to go down, because he's blatantly being evasive. So look, I'm the disbelieving skeptic here, not you. You're the claimant. You think you can tell me how water behaves, and when asked to practically demonstrate your claim, you invoke a false equivalence fallacy. You appeal to authority and consensus. You try to misrepresent another's position by assuming before you bother to ask questions. So these people are not inquiring. They're not looking to deepen understanding, clarify things whatsoever. Say these people, he can only represent himself, can't he? And he's representing himself as a complete prick. Fourthly, objective reality isn't belief/theory dependent. The behaviour of a body of water doesn't depend on your belief that it curves away from you in all directions without flowing. Bodies of water, whether you like it or not, flow to points of lower elevation. That's what a river is. Very disingenuous behaviour. Please take responsibility for your fallacious offerings so far. Flat spots on a sphere is a geometric impossibility. I'm also not here to convince you, as any activist worth their salt should already know that convincing is up to the self. I don't buy your tactical reasons anyway. They're wearing a compliance muzzle. Can you offer something specific in this regard, please? I want to get the focus back on what I was actually trying to ask him about before he attacks the idea that he's got of who he thinks I am. But instead, I will have to agree to disagree with you. I find you appear to twist everything I type. You're not the first and won't be the last. In other words, you have done it before and doing it again. Have a nice day. I'm going out for a rest of the afternoon to enjoy some sunshine. So, there's the passive aggression, innit? In how he's written that. So it's just an attack on me, innit? I'm the problem here. It's nothing to do with any of his dissonance or his inability to reason with himself or take responsibility for his fallacious offerings. But anyway, I've replied here. This was 5 minutes ago. I've been and seen his comments. All his threads have now been blocked. So he's been replying to me. He's online at the moment, and then suddenly the comments disappear. And as you can see, his little disclaimer in there.
Comments just go missing, don't they? Mark?
You fucking bell end. So that's bad faith. Keep, create whatever appearance you like. I'm not interested in how I appear to you. I'm not here to be your mate. So fuck off, you little creep. It only reflects on you anyway, these ideas that you've got of who you think I am. I've responded reasonably to your assumptions and claims in good faith. I've outlined where the burden of proof lies with regards to any truth claims made about the behaviour and interaction of tangible substances in the objective world. I have asked you to take responsibility for your errant reasoning and fallacious logic. I have asked you to provide a substantive proof for your claim. And you've been unable to offer anything at all in this regard, even an acknowledgement that you cannot demonstrate or verify your claim repeatedly. This seems to be beyond you. Again, these acts and omissions reflect on you as the claimant. You chose to divert this discussion away from the fact that you wear a face mask, which is what I was really interested in anyway. How long are you going to wear this muzzle for? How long are you going to go out there and represent yourself that way? What's the thinking behind that? The original question has been sidelined by you. Instead, he's choosing to attack an idea of who he thinks I am and what he thinks someone like me represents. I highly suspect that this is a distraction from you being intellectually honest with yourself and being attentive to the illogical nonsense you will no doubt be repeating similarly at others. Doesn't it concern you that you have no practical demonstrations to support your claims about water bodies holding convexity upon the surface? Truth fears no investigation. So this guy's a reporter, apparently. I'm a journalist. I'm an investigative reporter. You don't know what an investigation is if he smacked you in the face, you little fucking weasel. So I've been blocked by this cunt, and basically, I don't give a fuck. I'm disgusted by this type of behaviour. It's weak. This person probably hasn't blocked me. Just decided to remove that comment thread. So again, I'm using my channel as a kind of cathartic release for when these comments, these efforts just go missing. And you can see that I'm putting effort into these comments. There's nothing unreasonable in there. And if there is, bring it to me and let me know. So again, we'll just have a look here, just go sort of incognito and just see what the story is with where it is. So if I go incognito, I'm looking for BANANAN.
Channel just come out of nowhere. Now I've got nearly 10,000 subscribers, and I just go around and I go, misrepresenting the anti-lockdown movement. That's my job. And I got a nice new studio out of it, and I like to wear masks.
So Encliffe Park, it's this one here, innit? 2 minutes 59. And as you can see, 7 comments in here, so you cannot see mine asking him about a mask. So, yeah. Anyway, that's it. So, all the best, people. Obviously, these things are going on, and it's just my way of saying this is what I'm trying to put out there. I'm trying to write, and I'm being shut down by it. And it's not about crying for me or sympathy for me. It's just to say, look out for it yourself, because they make it very clear that they don't want you to know that you're being censored. That's preferable to them. They'd rather you thought that every one of your comments was being allowed, and you were given a fair chance to have your say, just like everybody who speaks a lot of shite seems to get a fair chance. So all the best, everyone. Take care. Bye.